welcome back, and I hope you all are having a fantastic Friday. Today I have for you a look that includes the Lorac Back to Bronze kit. I just got it the other day, and I've played with it a couple of times, and I thought I would attempt an eye look for you today from it. It comes with this nice little cosmetic case and a little bronzer with the black Cobra mascara and a double-ended eyeliner, a lipstick in a very neutral color, and a lip gloss that doubles as a lipstick. And I also will be using the Too Faced Candy Bar palette. So stay with me and get pumped up to watch me do my thing here. Thanks. I will start this by using a little bit of e.l.f. primer on my eyelid. I do like the e.l.f. primers, and this one in particular has a little bit of color to it. They call it a champagne. Now it does have some glitter to it, but not much. Just enough to add a little bit of sparkle to the eye. Next, I plan to go with the L'Oreal Infallible in what they call bronze. And for this, I'll use a little flat brush. Now this is not easy for me to do. This is my first time doing this, and I hope you can see I'm only going to place this on the lower half of my lid. I don't want too much glitter going on all over the eye. And this will help hold the eyeliner on. Next, I will attempt the eyeliner itself. Lorac calls this liner Black Cherry. It's a double-sided liner sample that comes in one side's black cherry and the other side is a gold-like color. And I'm going in a very light line on my eye, if I can get to it. I am not so proficient at eyeliners, and I'll tell you, my lashes are doing so well with the rapid lash that I really have a hard time putting anything like this on because my lashes get in the way. But it really doesn't matter how messy I get it because the other one is going to go on top of it. I just have to wait a second for it to dry. Now I did not go all the way across, not on my eye. It just does not look well. But this one, as you can see, sort of brings out the 3D effect of the eyeliner. And I'm sure a lot of you are much better at this than I am. Now, while I'm waiting for the top one to dry, I'll go ahead and do a little bit on the bottom. Please forgive me, because this is not easy to do. And I'm hoping that you saw that. I just went a little bit along the bottom, and then I'll go back over it with this. I have to admit, this is a little bit messy. And mixing these two together like this on this brush ends up getting a lot of black on the copper colored one, unless you clean it off. Like I said, this is only like my second time using this little kit, Lorac Back to Bronze. And I'm not quite sure it's suited for a redhead complexion. But it's not a bad little kit. I actually do sort of like it. I went very light. I'm not going for anything dark, just something to make my eye pop, and I realized that it's not going to show up all that well on camera. Now for a little bit of added definition here, I'm going to put a little bit of peach on here out of the Too Faced little chocolate palette, the one that looks like a cell phone. This one. I like this little palette. Comes with a cell phone cover that you can use if you've got an iPhone, which I don't have an iPhone. I'm just patting this on here. And I will bring it up just along the outer edges like that. And I really hope you all aren't going to get too bored with me doing this, because feel sorry for me. It's my first time. First time. Listen to me. Okay. Next, I will. Another thing about this little palette is the colors that come in it. I don't know. Can you see them very well? They're really cute little colors. Even the bronzer, because it's so light, it makes a real nice color also, which is what I'm going to do with it right now, is use it for my crease color. Now it's very light, so it is daytime appropriate, more so than you would think, done with a light hand, because I don't want a lot of color. And of course, I'm not seeing it on my webcam. So if y'all leave me any comments, let me know how well it shows up on your screen, because I really would like to know what it looks like on other people's screens. I don't have the best laptop in the world. Now I will clean this brush off and go in with this lighter beigey color to use as a transition type color to blend that out a little with. I know this is probably boring you all to death. Now I'll just wipe it in there, what little bit there is to wipe. And I'll go in with this lighter color, which is sort of a vanilla, with a pencil brush, and go under my eyebrow. You probably can't tell it, but I actually did do my eyebrows today. It's another thing I'm really curious about. It's whether all this actually shows up. There is somewhat of a goldy-like color in here that I am going to just put a little of underneath here. I did it on the other eye too, for a little added something. But it's a barely there kind of color that you can't really tell. I mean, I know it's there, but you probably don't. Now for the outer corner, I'm going to go in with a little bit of this purple. Now most of these do have a little bit of glitter to them. Not a whole lot, just a little. I need to put a little more on this other eye while I'm at it. I'm just doing this for a little color. And I think a little bit of purple looks fairly well on my eyes. And no, there's no rhyme or reason to the way I go about this, because my eyes are just too wriggly and crepey to play with an awful lot. It seems like the more I play with them, the more damage I do, if you know what I mean. I'm sure some of you all with crepey eyes feel about the same way. Some days you're just better off not messing with them at all. Alrighty, this little Lorac kit also came with a nice little bronzer. Call it a Tantalize bronzer. And it's got the funniest little way of opening. It opens like that, and the thing is really hard to get open once you get it closed. But I am going to take a little bit of that too and put it on my eye. I actually have it on my cheekbones too today for highlight, but I'm only going to place this in the middle of my eye right here, kind of just blend in with the purple so there's not so much of a obvious line. No, I really do hope y'all are seeing this. Really, I mean it. Let me know just how well this shows up on film, because I'm really very anxious to get a some kind of film camera to do all this with. Well, next, I'll put on a little bit of eyelash purple here. Which sort of helps. That's another thing, if you all are really interested in some of the lash growth serums, that Rapid Lash. I know it doesn't look like I have any lashes, but if you had seen them before I started using it, you'd know for sure. Alrighty. let's curl them up a smidge here, just like Mr. Goss does. Haha, don't you just love him? Considers himself to be, what is it he calls himself? A calendar boy or something for everybody's butt jokes or whatever. Alright, this little kit comes with a mascara that they call the Cobra. Oh boy. And it's because the end of it looks like a cobra. The way it's shaped, I don't know if you can see that or not. And this is really black and very messy. I gotta tell you, this has to be one of the messiest mascaras I have ever tried to work with. And I am not kidding. In all my years of being at this. I mean, it finally does wash off too. But in the process, it gets your whole face black. So, I am going to go with just one coat. Because I think I've told you all before, I don't normally wear black mascara because I don't like it on myself. And even the mascara has a little bit of a 3D effect of its own because it reminds me of one of Clinique's mascaras. I think they call theirs the glossy mascara. I don't know if you can see or not. I know I've said that a half a dozen times already. But I just thought I'd give this a try and show you all what it was about in case you haven't seen it or whatever. Let's see, what else do I need to do? Oh yes. I'm going to do a little bit of tight lining with this e.l.f. waterproof shadow liner that I got the other day in my haul. It's brown. So very lightly I'll put some of that on. And in the lower waterline, I'm going to use another one of theirs. And I believe this is a pinky color. I forget what it is it's called. And the print is so small I can't see it, but it's a shiny color. So it goes with the bronze look, what little bit there is. You're probably saying, Cheryl, I don't see anything. Cheryl doesn't quite see anything either. Which sometimes I think is part of my problem. I get my glasses, maybe I'll see something. I'm going to put a little bit of this pink out of the Too Faced palette right underneath here. Just for a little added something. I already put it on the other one, but I'll put a little more. Very light-handedly. I mean, I can see where you could go exceptionally dark with this for an evening. I'm also going to use this pink one for the corner because I did it in the other one. I might even smooch a little up here. Alrighty. Now for the bottom lashes, which I am not going to use the Cobra. I'm going to go with my Estee Lauder Brown Double Wear, because I happen to think brown is more of a bronze type color. I don't know about you all. It's amazing what I could have done with all these cosmetics 30 years ago. Not that there weren't some nice ones out. 30 years ago I was addicted to Clinique. I used to love that touch base for eyes. Their primer. I've actually been thinking about going back to it, because it comes in several different colors too. I used to have every color they had. I could wear it by itself, and it really did do wonders for other eyeshadows. And no, I'm not going exceptionally heavy with this. When I get off camera, I may spruce it up a little bit though, because I'm having a hard time seeing in this mirror. So I am going to go fix my hair, and I will be back. Well, thank you all for hanging in there, and I hope I didn't bore you too much. A little more about the Lorac box here. The Tantalizer bronzer looks like that on my finger. It's really a rather pretty color. Very, very light, actually. And the lip gloss, like I said, is a combo lipstick kind of lip gloss and has an end on it like that. It's not a doe foot, it's just you know, brush. And it's a little bit on the streaky side and very light. And the lipstick is a very neutral peachy nude, and it's also a little on the streaky side, at least on me. And there it is. Now what I ended up doing was, although I used them together and they were still a little streaky, I ended up putting another peachy colored gloss over it just to kind of straighten it out a little bit. And the eyeliner comes with a nice brush. This is the gold tone one. And of course the black, and which is just black, only it's glossy. It's a glossy liner. But like I said, that mascara is, to say the least, very messy for me to use. It finally does wash off, but like I said, while I'm washing my face, it's just everywhere. It looks like I'm made up for Halloween before I get done with it. But I do thank you all for watching, if you did. And make sure and give me a thumbs up by all means. Subscribe if you haven't, and leave me a comment. Bye.